Welcome back, Nuevo League. Here we got Drunky versus Flair, or Flair versus Drunky, also known as Jacqueline versus Dustin. Anyway, this is a round 2 match of the NBL Season 5. It's been way too long since we had another recording of this. So, without further ado, let's hop right in and get to this match. I'll have round 3 matches coming out as well today, if possible. If we are in round 4 at this point, or we're beginning round 4, I should say, tomorrow. Anyway, the reason I picked this match because they got some interesting mind here. So let's just kind of watch this play out. What's the Drunks using Avalug, which I never seen used in a competitive match before, since I started Nuevo a long time ago here. But Jacqueline's going to go ahead and switch into the Steelix here against the Avalug, which is going to take this Earthquake like a boss. Now Steelix going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here, showcasing that Mega. That is going to be really neat, because you never really see Steelix being utilized at all, and I was hoping that this Steelix will be used very well in this match. So it's going to go ahead and set up his Stealth Rocks while Avalugg goes for an Earthquake. Obviously, Steelix is a boss when it comes to defense, Mega Steelix being even more of that boss. It's not going to, really do much to Steelix at all. Anyway, Dustin's going to go ahead and switch out into the Talonflame here. It's going to take a ton of damage from Stealth Rocks, which Talonflame did not appreciate, but it is going to have the Citrus Berry and going to heal up a little bit here. Now he's still going to go for the Heavy Slam, obviously weighing a ton more than Talonflame, but Talonflame does resist, so it does do a ton of damage, but Talonflame eats it all up because of the resistance still. Now Flair's going to go back into the Grand Bull here. I'm not sure exactly why. I kind of had an idea in the back of my head, but I don't think that's going to work very well for her, as Dustin goes in for the Flare Blitz, which actually does not do that much damage to this Grand Bull. It takes like a boss, and it's going to eat this leftovers to heal itself up quite a bit here. Anyway, Talonflame's going to fire for Brave Bird here. Going to do a tremendous amount of damage, getting this Grand Bull down to about half of War Rosette, just as Grand Bull goes into the play rough and kills the Talonflame. So that was a very, very good play by Flair in terms of getting this Talonflame taken care of, which is, usually a major threat to most teams. Drunk's going to go ahead and send out the Fishy, take some more Stealth Rock damage, obviously, and not liking that at all. It's 25% gets hacked off. The Fishy's going to go ahead and go for the Waterfall here. Grand Bull obviously is going to eat that all. Oh, no. Grand Bull actually faints its turn. So, I had the wrong video in my head. Fishy gets the Moxie boost here, and it's going to store it a little bit of boost here. Obviously, Flair's going to go into Jolteon now, and knowing Jolteon's going to outspeed, Drunky's going to go ahead and switch out into the Garchomp and take what he would hope to be a Thunderbolt. But Jolteon does make a perfect prediction play and goes in for the Hidden Power Ice, KOing this Garchomp right before it even can touch the ground or do anything at all. So anyway, with no other options, it seems that Dustin's going to go ahead and switch into his Gyarados here. Now, why Jolteon switches out against the Gyarados, I'm unsure of, to be perfectly honest. But Jacqueline's obviously going to go to the Weezing, which is going to levitate out of this EQ, as Gyarados goes to the Waterfall here against Weezing. It does get the flinch, which is nice, but Weezing is a physical tank. It's going to eat all that up, that Ice Fang as well. So Dustin obviously is going to go for the hacks, trying to freeze this Weezing if possible, while Weezing go ahead and fire off the Will-O-Wisp. Obviously, it is carrying the Lumberry, which is a good play, nice part, but against this Weezing tank, it's going to happen eventually that this Will-O-Wisp is going to probably land again if they continue at it. So, another Waterfall fired off from Gyarados, which crits. Too bad it did not get a flinch, as Will-O-Wisp does connect again, doing a pretty crippling blow to this Gyarados. That Dustin's going to go ahead and fire off the Waterfall once more. Pollution's going to eat it all up, but it is going to be flinched this turn, which is not good for Pollution. So one more Waterfall. believe this Weezing is out of here. Oh, he's back to Jolteon as it goes for the Volt Switch and kills this Gyarados. Now, Jacqueline going to switch into her own Talonflame against Jolteon. That was really interesting that they carry quite similar line in this fight. But obviously going to switch out against the Jolteon and not want to take any type of blow, any type of thunder attack from it. So Drunk is going to go right back into the Avalugg here to try to defend against the Steelix. As Steelix goes in for the Earthquake. Does a pretty huge chunk of damage to this Avalugg here, which is pretty interesting since they both are such huge physical tanks. It still goes for the Heavy Slam, which doesn't do as much as the Earthquake did. And they're just going to pretty much spam against each other until one falls. So all the Earthquakes are firing off. And eventually Avalugg triumphs over the Steelix here. And then Talonflame comes out and begins setting up the Sword Dance, which would be a good play. I think Avalugg could carry the Rock Slide, which would not be good for the Talonflame, but I do not believe this Avalugg does. You know, that June goes into the Flare Blitz and is able to instantly KO Avalugg here. With that, Mawile comes out on Trunky's side, gets the Intimidate off, and Mega Evolves into Mega Mawile. With the business, Talonflame fires off with the Brave Bird. Takes a ton of damage from the Life Orb. And unfortunately, Sucker Punch does not work because Brave Bird gets first priority against this guy, which is crazy. Craziness. And with that, Mega Mawile is down. And just like that, 10 HP, we have Jolteon facing off against the Talonflame. So Bolt is going to go ahead and use Protect here. Talonflame goes for the Brave Bird. Another Protect from the Jolteon, which I did not really understand this at all. But anyway, like that, Talonflame is going to fall, just as Jolteon does. And with that, Jacqueline defeats Drunky in this match. So good plays on both parties, and that was a really good match. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below.